Good morning, guys. Hopefully, you're all doing good. Hopefully, your morning was very productive. And let's just get to the charts right away. Just give me a second. Let's turn on my screen here. There we go. All right, so let's get right to it, guys. So we were able to break down what we were talking about yesterday on the buys on YM. If you were able to catch my video. And now we are now in a specific area where we want to be focusing on what price is willing to do if we're going to either reject or continuing going higher. Based off structure, it looks like we're most likely this is considered a C2, right? So we want to see this to continue going higher, right? But again, we need to see how the daily profile looks and how price is reacting at specific PD arrays. So let's just get right to it, guys, because as of right now, I'm neutral right now at the moment, to be honest. Like I guess, like, yeah, it's just because I'm not sure how price is reacting because we've just been in such a range, right? Like, and like just with YM leaving these relative equal high lows, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know what I mean? And again, like, it's just been so choppy where, like, notice how, like, see, we have a nice C2 here, we had a nice expansion, and but look what the next day did. Lower, and then we gapped, right? So same thing with this, a nice C2 closure. Well, yeah, C2 manipulation, closed back within the range, it closed the back above, and look what the next day did, went lower. So it's just something to keep in mind. This price action has been a little tricky. So as of right now on the daily, we do have that C2 closure. We just don't have a nice SMT to confirm this low here. Like, again, it is still considered a protected low because we took out the liquidity, closed back within the range, and we closed bullish. The only thing we didn't do was close back above the previous day's current high on this specific candle. We did it on YM, which we're considering this as the leading asset for now, and ES did the same thing too, which all-time high is just not far away for ES. Yeah, so we can most likely see at least one of these hit all-time high if the daily profile confirms that. Okay, let's get right to the 4 hour right now. So let's see what the 4 hour did here, guys. So right now, 4 hour, we had this inefficiency here, which could have been a good target to create its daily wick low here. But you notice how we just started expanding higher, taking out that previous day's high, right? So we have 6 p.m., 10 p.m., 2 a.m. attacking that high and closing back within the range. So this could be considered a C2 closure, right? We also, do we have, let me just mark this actually here quickly before I forget. Do we have a... so there is still a current SMT actually here as well. If you notice, there is an SMT right here with YM at the moment, right? So now we have to keep in consideration what, like, since we formed a nice down close candle, almost basically, well, this current 6 p.m. candle tapped into this down close candle. We want to see how this candle reacts. If we're willing to close back above for a continuation, this can be considered a C2 on the 4 hour and a good closure, which would confirm that change in the state of delivery on the 4 hour, or this is considered a C3 to continue back lower, back to IRL. Since we attacked ERL, right, we do have an SMT at the previous day's high as well with YM here. So it's yeah, the profile for the day doesn't look too good for the bullish thesis unless we come back into this IRL first. Same thing with ES here. We do have this IRL intact still, and YM looks like it's tapping into it currently. Actually, it already did tap into it at the open, but now it looks like we're coming back to retrace into it. So we have to ask ourselves, is this coming back for like a two-stage like sweep for us to continue going higher, or is this showing that we're failing to respect this swing point and now we're willing to come back lower into a discount? clearly within the range here, guys. We are in a premium, right? All of them are in a premium. Let's just zoom out a little here. So everything's in a premium right now, guys. So realistically, I'm not saying that we have to come back into a discount, but one of these will definitely come into a discount, which you'll get that strength switch after in the future, just so we can confirm which one, like basically a strength switch, right? To see which one is going to be the lagging asset afterwards, and then which one's going to be the leading asset to continue going higher. Currently, we can see that YM is clearly the weakest, which is now forming this C3. We have the C2 right here. Okay, so we have that SMT at the high. We have the C2 closure, right? There's no PSP currently. Let's go into the hourly right now. So on all three assets, you could see how YM was the only one to form its change in the state of delivery here, while ES and NQ haven't yet. Well, ES did, but we came back for a deeper retracement into this dealing range right here. So now we want to anticipate what price is trying to do here. We YM did retrace into a premium into this range here, and now we're closing back below this up close candle right here. So let's see if there was actually news today, guys. Actually, wow. Oh, what is this? Oh, let's go to financial news quickly. Okay, so let's go here. Nothing. 8 o'clock, nothing really much. Nothing. Okay, there's no news today from what I can recall here. Yeah, nothing to be really concerned about. Meets Colombian president, participates in signing time. We have some stocks, earnings, AMD. That's crucial for me that I'm looking into. PayPal came already out. Okay, so yeah, that is the idea right now. Personally, I would see YM dig deeper. I'm anticipating YM will be the one to dig deeper into its dealing range, while NQ and ES maybe form that, like maybe consolidate into this 4-hour inefficiency, or we can go a little deeper. There is an hourly inefficiency right here, as you can see, both on NQ and ES. So we will wait to see how that goes. So breaking it down here, guys, we have that change in the state of delivery. We do have a nice SMT here within this hourly swing point right here with NQ, ES of course doing the failure as well. It's always the middle asset, remember that. It's YM and NQ that you really want to see the difference. You can see how YM is clearly the weakest. So now we can go into our 30-minute. Just let's break it down through time frame. Let me just fix this a little here. Okay. So now let's go into our 30-minute. So we do have this nice change in the state of delivery on the 30-minute here. So now we want to anticipate, once we have this nice closure, like realistically, like if you wanted to trade this like this, there's a possible chance that you could take that. I'm gonna just be waiting for that retracement into that, to be honest, to see if we actually respect it or not. Clearly I don't really have a two-stage to confirm this reversal here. So personally, I would wait. Yeah, I would personally wait. That's just going to be my decision in this. Let's look at the, let's just base this off the hourly to the 5-minute now. Yeah, like this would have been a nice entry here if you were taking it off this retracement here. This changing the state of delivery right here once we were able to close it, stop loss here. But now that we've come much lower into its range, it's not really suitable for us to be for you to take a short here and then trailing the stop loss up all the way up here, because this is the protected swing point, right? You don't want to be having a stop loss here or here. It's very important that you have it here, because this is considered the protected swing point, because why? You have a confirmation with an SMT here. So we could possibly see a 2-stage within this area here. We're just gonna have to patiently wait and see. Let's just stay on the 30-minute. So right now we have that, like I said, we have that nice C2 closure, guys, that we like to see on the 4-hour specifically. We'll mark this as the 4-hour C2. Right, so we can get an idea here. Let's just mark let me just mark this here for you guys. So this is the 4-hour candle right here. This current 4-hour candle right here. So we have that C2 closure, change in the state of delivery, retracement. Now we can anticipate a so this is the low risk buy. Now we're looking for that second stage accumulation to for us to possibly go higher. This could easily just go drop at 9:30 as well, guys. So we could possibly miss this move, which is a-okay with me. Like, I'm not really gonna try to chase this. Sometimes taking a trade on 9:30 could be risky, especially because I don't really have that 2-stage, and we're so lower in the range. And again, we do have a slight SMT here at these lows. So this could be like for YM, this could be like an area for retracement, then to continue lower. Right, so just little things to keep in mind, guys, and my reasonings to why I'd rather wait. Currently, we have no PSP, no precision swing point to like really confirm that. That's what we actually do right here. We do right here. This was an up close candle on the 30-minute. Here, you know what? I'm gonna take these out because they're bothering me. I'm gonna remove this. So yeah, like I mentioned, we have that nice C2 closure here. We have the reversal. We do have the PSP right here on this candle, which confirms the 2-stage right here with the SMT. So the SMT was the first stage, and then you have your 2-stage with the PSP. So realistically, yeah, this could go lower. Even if you get a nice tap into this to go lower, would be ideal too. But again, we could be missing this move here, so it's something just to keep in mind here, that it could just expand at 9:30. So we'll just wait and see what 9:30 does. If we get that nice retracement, possibly to for us to go lower. I mean, yeah, a retracement for us to get an entry point to continue going lower here. That's what I like to see. We would need to see how NQ and ES do too as well. We would like to see some nice closures lower here. Let's see if we can just do it off this. And then we'll do it off this 30-minute here. Yeah, just the way this 30-minute, like, even if you wanted to see that nice change in the state of delivery here, this would have been ideal. But again, this would have been too early, 8:30. I personally don't trade that early for the indices. I would want to see this happen within the 9 a.m. candle. And this was 8 o'clock. Like, sometimes I don't really like 8 o'clock. Like, I would need to see if 8:30 does a nice manipulation. Because if 8:30 doesn't do the manipulation, then clearly 9:30 will do so. So that's why I'm a little iffy with taking a trade out of this. Just because I'm not really confident with the manipulation. We do have the confirmation here with the two-stage for a reversal off a inefficiency. Well, let's see where it traded off to. Yeah, we have this hourly fair value gap right here. With ES, we had that order block here. And then the same thing with, well, we had the consecutive series of up-close candles right here. But we can anticipate this as a retracement phase into a premium here. To the 30-minute, don't really have, well, we do have a swing point here. So I could have traded into that. Yeah, but you can clearly see YM is the weakest here, guys. Further in its range here compared to the other two. As the 4-hour gap is here while YM's already trading into it. So yeah, we'll see 2 more minutes, guys. We'll see how the open goes, and then we can anticipate what price is going to do from there. Oh, just give me 1 second. Oh shit, I messed up. Check 1 2. Okay, you guys can still hear me, hopefully. All right, check 1 2. Check. All right, I'm just checking the mic output. I accidentally lowered it, so hopefully you guys can still hear me properly. Hello. Okay, yeah, it's not that bad. All right. Okay, looks like we're expanding all good on all 3 assets here. We'll see what 930 does. Like I said, I'm not really concerned about missing this 930 move. Clearly, I wouldn't have now traded at all. Either way, I would have wanted to see what 9 a.m. did. Again, like I said, see, there's no retracement here, so it's just expansion, right? So we could possibly see another 2-stage SMT here. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Let's look at the 4-hour currently here. I'm just going to remove these lines too again because they just confuse me. I like to keep my charts clean a little, to be honest, as clean as I can, because yeah, they can get very confusing. Again, we do have an SMT at the lows too as well, so this is what I mean. This is why you want to be a little precautious and just wait a little longer to see what it does. Because imagine, look at YM right now. Wow, look at YM. Just the way it changes everything, right? So imagine, this is what I mean by sometimes just trying to try to short when it's bullish could be very, very hard. Again, like I said, it was showing signals at the moment that we were willing to go lower, but right now this is why we wait for 9:30, guys, because see, look at this. This changes everything. You know what I mean? Now let's see what NQ and ES do. Look at the strength switch right now. See how NQ became weaker now? And now YM became stronger here. So currently we do have an SMT at the low within the fair value gap, an SMT fill. Now with this only matters if we actually get that, if YM holds this and we're willing to continue higher, then we want to see what YM does, because clearly if YM manipulates and goes lower, then we can anticipate that these will continue going lower. So it's about waiting. Just gonna move my stock thing right here. Look at that! Look at the way NQ is just dropping here. This has to be like a move for 10 o'clock now, guys, because clearly that move on 9:30 was like, it would have been difficult for you to try to trade that, because clearly you don't know if it was going to form another SMT. Because imagine, we just started accumulating lower and lower, right? Like, look at all those low resistance, right? Personally, like, imagine this could have been you taking a trade off this entry point, change in state of delivery, break below the 30-minute change in the state, and imagine you having your stop loss here. You would have been rated out. And then look at NQ showing the not doing that and respecting that high here. So sometimes it's very difficult to try to trade the open, especially because you don't know which asset is going to become the weakest. Because clearly YM was the weakest before the opening. Now look what's the weakest now, NQ. So wow, what a massive drop here. Crazy. Like, imagine you having your stop loss right here. Nice. Almost 100 points right here. 112 points. Look at that. It's at 80 right now currently. But yeah, sometimes you want to wait because now you want to see if YM is going to respect this, manipulate to continue going lower, or are we going to fail to manipulate this? This even looks like a good draw here too on the hourly. This nice gap here. But again, like I said, this is the key, guys. YM is the key. We want to be looking at YM, seeing what it does here. If it's willing to go lower, but again, if we're gonna go higher, you want to wait for the weakest asset to start reversing. So it's yeah, you got to be extra precautious when it's decoupled like this, guys, because you don't know what it's trying to do. If YM is just trying to manipulate for us to go lower, to continue going lower, or if it's just gonna lag for then NQ, clearly because it's the weakest, for it to attack its area of interest and then start V-shaping. Something very similar to what we did yesterday, guys. It's same type of idea, you know. Sorry. ES looks like it's trying to continue now, following NQ. See, the only SMT now we have is just off this 4-hour swing point right here. Okay, and Q just tapped the inefficiency here on the 4-hour. Let's see how we react now off of this. We really want to see how price reacts to this, so then we can confirm that YM is willing to continue higher back to its drawn liquidity right here. Let's go back to the daily here quickly, guys. Sorry. Oh yeah, this is YM's all-time high here. So we have the C2 here, right? So that's the first confirmation here. Now, most likely what we want to see now, if we're willing to go higher, this is going to be a PSP, a persistent swing point confirmation once we get this closure on the 4-hour here, right? But we need to see this reverse first. We need to see this reverse. We need to see this starting to V-shape, right? Even on the 5 minute, starting to fail these failure swings, these inefficiencies here on the 3 to 5 minute. You want to start seeing them some same way of these same expansion candles that you see here on the downside. You want to start seeing to the upside here, right? Because that's just going to show us and give us the signal that we're willing to reverse and then continue higher. Look at the way ES is the middle asset, not really doing much. It could clearly, I think it could still tap into this. It's not really too far from it, so I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. If it did, but it could still form that SMT still with NQ2. So it's just being extra patient, guys. It's extra patient. Wow, if YM takes that draw, that'd be crazy. Crazy. Then there would be no move for me. Yeah, this would be very good to buy here. NVO in its proper. Sorry, I'm just looking at my stocks, guys. Let's see what AMD does tonight. Yeah, YM's looking real good right now to get to that draw here, guys. Looks really nice. Fuck, I wish I can play music on this. Getting copyright. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove this. Oh wow, look at that. Look at YM go, guys. Damn. Crazy volatility right now going on. Ooh-wee. NQ dropping. Oh, there goes ES. There goes ES. Holy shit. Okay, there had to have been something. This guy had to say something. Like, where's Trump at? It should have been a good thing. Okay, we have this other fair value gap here. Let's check this out. Damn. But you can see how that short thesis that we were talking about in the beginning did play out just because of the way the profile was, right? Imagine we opened high, low, close type of idea, right? This can still continue going higher clearly because we want to see what YM does here if we're willing to continue going higher and then seeing NQ reverse off these specific imbalances here. Again, I just personally didn't like the entry here, especially because this was at 8 a.m. Oh, well, 9 a.m. was right here, but we just might have missed the move here at 9 a.m. Now that I'm just looking at it, but because now that you see here, you have, where is it here? There was a nice minor SMT here. Then you have your change in the state of delivery. But again, when we were looking at it, it was already here, so I'm not going to be chasing that, right? But this would have been a valid move. Definitely a valid move right here. And stopping at the, keeping your stop loss at the validation point. Invalidation point, sorry. And then right here, wow, 5 point, almost 6R would have been incredible. Yeah, because it was a nice hourly C2 closure. back into the range. So now you're anticipating this candle to take this low, that low, and then if we can get to that higher time frame imbalance here. I know there's a lot of you guys that don't trade until after 9:30, so clearly you would have missed this move. But sometimes if you're able to anticipate the 9:30 move as a expansion phase and not a manipulation phase, then you can clearly make bank off this, right? Off this idea if you have the confirmations. We did have a nice PSP here as well on this 8 o'clock candle. So there was confirmations here for this. We had a 3-stage at that point. Well, 9:30 made the third stage because clearly YM just rocketed up higher. Okay, so we're just going to wait here, guys. Clearly there's really nothing else, and we've expanded so much, so there is no point of trying to enter anything here, especially at the bottom of this specific candle at the 6 a.m., this hourly. So you would rather wait for the next 4-hour hourly candle, right? So that just it makes much more sense. It's a smarter move for you either to catch the continuation or the reversal. I'm just gonna go use the watch on, guys, so I'll be right back. All right, guys. All right, so let's see what happens and how we react off this inefficiency, guys. Like I said, we want to see if we can do a V shape. I'm going to remove this as well. I personally want to see how if we can accumulate here while NQ and ES do their thing, and then V shape, and then we can most likely see a type of open low high close for the 4-hour. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm just looking at this fucking... What the hell? Blair. Hold on, I'm gonna mute this for a sec. Sorry, guys. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so yeah, we're just waiting for the 4 hour, guys. Nothing really much to do here until that, so we'll keep it on the 4 hour to see how the closure looks. So let's see how, let's look at the Forex factor again one more time. I thought we had news today. I swear we had news today. Anyways, we have some, okay, we have non-farm payroll tomorrow. Wait, what? We don't have the... We don't have NFP. Okay, this is tentative too. So there's okay. So U.S. government data may be impacted by the shutdown. Tentative events are subject to delay revision. Okay, so that's tomorrow, February the 5th. So. Oh, it doesn't even oh yeah, it does here. Okay, it doesn't show tentative, so wow, so we don't have okay, so we don't have NFP on this week. We have CPI next week. Interesting, okay. Yeah, I remember there was a shutdown, but not everything was fully shut down. Interesting, okay. That was just my coffee. So I'm just going through different time frames. I just want to see something. Okay. So now we want to see what YM does here. Look, it's actually failing to hold above this the current high here. So we'll see what this candle does in the next 5 minutes. If we're gonna just continue going lower, get like an open, high, low, close type of idea, and get into a deeper retracement. Like I said, we did mention this in the very beginning of the video, guys, of the stream, that I was like neutral coming into this session because I knew something was going to happen like this. Because again, yes, we've expanded so much on Monday, but there was really nothing to confirm this low. We just only hit a relevant low, but we didn't have no SMT, no PSP, right? So it was just something that I was a little skeptical about. But okay, we're now diving into this inefficiency here on NQ. We can put ES. We can mark that for ES right now. Wow, what a drop here. Crazy drop still, I won't lie. This won't be good for the stocks as well, knowing that NQ and ES are falling. That means we keep going lower. Damn. Wow, what a move, bro, for NQ still. I'm not gonna lie. From here all the way to here. That's 300 points right there, guys. That's crazy. The volatility right now in the market is insane. Insane right now. Just let's look at the daily. So okay, we got a minute and a half left to for this 4-hour close. Let's just keep it there for now. Damn, and just leaving that high here would be crazy. Shit, that's why we gotta wait for after 9:30, guys. Very difficult to anticipate sometimes. Okay, 30 seconds left, guys. Okay, we have that 4-hour closure. So, like I said, we have the SMT here, right? We now have a PSP on YM here. I should really change it to this thickness because you can actually see it. I've seen some people have it like with they're able to color this specific candle. I don't know how. I've been trying to figure that out, but I'll eventually figure it out. So now what we want to see is like if it's willing to continue going lower, we want to see ES and NQ retrace, right, to an inefficiency. Or currently right now we don't have no inefficiency unless it's on the 15-minute. So you want to see price retrace for us to continue going lower while YM confirms that reversal. What is this? Yeah, we want to see how we neglect this change in the state of delivery right here. We don't really have nothing much on the 3 minute that I like. I would rather stay on the 5 minute, see what it does here. Yeah, it's just about waiting. It's really about waiting, guys, because this can still be a strength switch, right? Clearly, because we still have that SMT intact. Now we still have an SMT at the lows here, right? So extra, we need to confirm this. Right now, both ES and NQ are taking its low out. Another SMT, two-stage SMT, right? So mixed bias right now, to be honest. Mixed bias. Yes, YM did close back within the range, but until we see a nice change in the state of delivery to confirm this, then we can only anticipate it. Price is willing to go lower here. ES now tapped into that inefficiency on the 4 hour. NQ's at the equilibrium of it. At the CE of this gap. Oh, actually, oops. I meant to put that there. Yeah, no inefficiencies at all except the 15 minute here. Still, at the end of the day, we're still anticipating if this is manipulating or failing to manipulate. At the end of the day, if it was willing to manipulate, guys, you want to see this, right? And then a retracement to go lower. Clearly, we're not there yet, so we can't really say that this has failed. I mean, this has manipulated, because we're still holding these inefficiencies, these bullish inefficiencies. So it's something to keep in mind, guys. Let's look at the 3 minute.
I drove the...
Oops. All right, so let's just see what it does. Again, I would like to see some inefficiencies being formed unless we get that V shape, guys. Right now, it's we can't really say anything about what price wants to do because we're in a we're in an area where we need to get some confirmations on. Like I said, if we're it's in a decouple clearly, as you can clearly see, right? Both ES and NQ are deep in its range while YM is in its premium. And I did mention that before, right, guys? We want to see, like I did say that YM was going to be it, but you can see how the strength switch happened, how both now NQ and ES were in a discount. And I think NQ is the deepest one currently. As you can see, it's at the equilibrium of this whole range. I think ES is just a little higher than that. Still in a premium. And then, of course, YM is in a deep premium. just have this written down for you so we can know what this is. Extra patient today, guys. Like I said, we got to be extra patient when the markets are like this, because you need to understand what we're actually trying to do here, right? So without that understanding, guys, you're gonna get wrecked, because clearly, yes, this can continue going lower, but look how deep of a discount we are within this range here, and you're basically trying to sell the bottom of a range, which you don't want to do that, right? And again, it's willing to do that, but if you're willing to take that risk, by all means. At the end of the day, you're selling at a low and at a inefficiency, a higher time frame inefficiency within a discount of this whole range here. So you just I personally wouldn't do that, but that's all up to you guys on how you trade. So it's on your own risk. I forgot what my appointment was. February's 3 weeks. Okay. I just saw this person's comment. Are you using GXT? Yeah, something similar. GXT, T-Trades, basically all the same, right? In some concepts. So it's just a mixture of everything together. I'm not sure how I can see the comments on OBS, but yeah, my girlfriend's making breakfast right now, so there might be a bit of noise, so just bear with me. I might just mute it if it gets too loud, but I'll type it in on the screen just in case for you guys. So right now we're not really doing much, guys. We're in a specific area that we need to see what price wants to do, right? Like I said before, we need to see if one of these starts to fail. If YM if YM reverses, then we can anticipate that ES and NQ will continue going lower. Clearly, I just don't like how I would rather see a inefficiency being formed here for us to continue going lower. There is a nice 15-minute on the 15-minute right here. Personally, I wouldn't want to see it retrace that deep, but clearly maybe this 15-minute can close, we fill it, and then continue going lower, and then we can get that confirmation with YM. Alright, my girlfriend's cooking, so I will be muted for now. So I'm just muting myself for now, guys, because my girlfriend's cooking. So just give me, I'll be typing everything that I want to be saying on the screen here, okay? All right, okay, I'm back. I just ate as well, so yeah, really not doing much here. Nothing much. We're just really just consolidating, accumulating right now. And it's already 10:32, so not really the best. Clearly, since we've already expanded so much, that I'm not surprised it's doing this. Let's look at the 30-minute here. No real like SMT here. 15-minute. We do have like a minor SMT here. But not really like anything to really give the short idea. Like we're just so deep into the range here that like I would be surprised if we're just continue going lower, especially on NQ. Like previous day's low looks clear as a nice draw for NQ here. I would have liked to see like at least a type of retracement into an IRL before continuing going lower here. But if this doesn't do that, then clearly, and we're going lower, I feel like then we can get that V-shaped reversal. So yeah, just being extra precautious, guys. It's not really especially when it's decoupled like this, you want to be very careful because you don't know what it's going to do here in this specific area, because we're at a PD array, right? YM is at a high, and NQ and ES are at an inefficiency. So there are two key PD arrays, right? They're just things that you want to see how price reacts at those areas, right? You don't want to be anticipating anything like or just jumping into something without a reaction. Yeah, it's just it's pretty boring, guys. This is basically what we got to do when we're trading. It's supposed to be boring. It's not supposed to be fun. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting, guys. There's really not much to say. Let's look at the dollar to give us a little better idea on what we're trying to see here. Ooh, real nice. Wow. So I don't know if you guys remember when I talked about this like a while back. See how we reacted off this SIBI here? Took out the high, closed back within the range on the monthly time frame. So you're expecting December and then January to come back to where? The ERL, right? The relevant low, which made sense here, right? On the weekly time frame, we just came into retrace and then boom, Wow, that actually played out really good. Look at that. And I had that already marked out, so you can, it's not like me bullshitting. So now we're seeing this type of retracement here. We're above the gap actually right now. So personally, I'm just looking at it like this. We're within a SIBI right here. We tacked the ERL here. And we're within a premium. Just basically at the equilibrium here. Let's look at the hourly. Or let's look at the 4 hour. We've traded into this gap. We have a nice C2 right there. 30 minute. We have a nice change in the state of delivery here. And then we have this relevant low here. And then we have these relative equal lows here at the previous day's low. So it does look nice to go higher. Just don't really like how we left previous day's high here. But if this is willing to reverse off this, we have that nice expansion here. Right? I would like to see at least a gap being formed for us to continue going lower here. So it's something that you can trade off of to continue going lower. But if it's willing to just do an open low high close, then clearly we can just anticipate it to continue going lower from here, unless it starts closing back within these up close candles and then closing above these down close candles here. Then we can anticipate it hitting a previous day's high and maybe the CE of this 3 month the daily SIBI here. Yeah, you could see indices are not even doing nothing at all. So shit. Fuck. Let's look at gold. Oops. Yeah, no real SMT, but we do have a good C2 closure here. Alright, this looks nasty still too. Open, high, low, close, right? That's just the way the daily profile is looking right now. Well, even gold is just moving sideways right now. Not doing much here. Yeah, that's nasty. Same way with this. Doesn't look good. Yeah. We'll see how 11 is, but most likely if there's nothing, then we'll just there will be no trades today, guys, you know, which is perfectly fine. So there is a nice change in the state of delivery on YM here. I just don't really like it because this is the SMT that you would want to consider off this specific high here, the one that created the SMT. So realistically, I wouldn't want to be trading this change in the state of delivery because we're within a much higher time, or like a much bigger one here. So it's not really the ideal, the best one to be trading off of. Yep, it's a boring day today. Boring day. Hold on, I'm just gonna be right back. I'm gonna make a call quickly. Yeah, see what I said about trying to trade into that minor, changing the state of delivery while you have that bigger one. That's the reason why I would not take that trade. We do have a nice SMT right here. Personally, I would wait for the 11 o'clock candle to see what it does here. We have about 10 minutes, so it's patiently just waiting, guys. At the end of the day, you get paid to wait. So if you can do that, then everything, it makes it much easier for you guys to be profitable or to try to become profitable. could see how we're now V-shaping in a way. We have some nice good closures. We want to see how we react off these inefficiencies, specifically this 30-minute here, as you can see, and then including the 10 o'clock one that will form here. Reason why I have all these opened right now, you know what, I'll just take out the 15-minute one because I don't really like looking at the 15-minute. The higher the better, as I always say. So let's just look at these. This is just the daily. Actually, sorry, this is the 4 hours. So you know what, we'll remove this for now. We'll just keep this, and we'll just take this out for now, and we'll do the same thing for here, and we'll just keep the hourly here, so we can see what price wants to do here at these specific PD arrays here. Yeah, but overall, it's been we've just been waiting, guys. There has been no trades at all, so we're just patiently waiting. All right, we got about just 5 minutes left for this hourly candle, guys. So just patience, you know what I mean? Patience. We're not doing much. So go get a drink or something, or I don't know, do whatever that distracts you. Clearly, we have done nothing here. Within the span of 10 o'clock to 11, an hour, we have did nothing. Nothing. It's so blurry now. I'm liking the way NQ and ES are now just holding above. Like I said, we're gonna have to see how this reacts off this. To be honest, on this hourly, if because YM is also just consolidating here, right? We've been consolidating within this 5 minute inefficiency for an hour right now. So we gotta see what it does here, guys. We're just basically consolidating on every asset here. We also noticed with gold doing the same thing too, and then dollar was dollar looks like it's expanding lower here, which is a good sign if we're looking to anticipate the move higher for the indices here. Okay, 20 seconds, guys. I'm really liking it now because let's just fade this out here. So if we break it down, we have the hourly closure, right? We have, let's see, because I really like the continuation higher for YM. We have that SMT here on the hourly. We have a nice C2 closure plus a 2-stage. And now we can actually confirm it with another PSP here. Same thing with the 30-minute. We do have we have an SMT on the 30-minute with NQ and ES as well here, with another PSP as well. So we can even break it down even more deeper. Let me just fix that here. Oh well, the PSP is all the way here, but Again, if you want just to fade the hourly and just use this one here. Yeah, I want to see how we react off these inefficiencies here. This is very key for us here. Sorry, my keyboard's just so loud. Oh wow, this is actually very disgusting, guys. I'm not. I think I just wanna. I might just call it, to be honest, because this shit's boring. Again, if we're anticipating it to continue higher, we want to do an open, low, high, close type of idea, which it's currently doing right now. Again, just the way it's fading off these inefficiencies, I wouldn't really want to do that. So it gives me a better, more of a conviction that we're willing to go higher if it's going lower first before going higher. But again, that's just an assumption here. I'm not saying it's gonna do that. Nasty work. Dollar's still looking good to continue going lower here. Damn, gold. Gold just exhausted itself. It's just like, all right, I'm done moving heavy now. Just consolidating right now. Anything that came out right now? Nope. Alright guys, I think I'm just going to end it off here, to be honest. I'm not going to wait any longer. If there is something, there is something. But you have the idea of what we're looking for. You want to see how we react off these inefficiencies. If we're willing to continue going higher from there and start disrespecting the gap here, then clearly you'll start seeing that V-shape reversal. But currently right now, just the way it's just slowly creeping up doesn't really give you that good confirmation that we're willing to do so. You can see how YM is just consolidating here as well. So not really the best price action currently right now, especially after this massive move here. So other than that, guys, stay safe, have a good day, and I'll most likely see if we do a trade recap if I do get into a trade. If not, most likely not. But we'll keep in touch. Take